Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky Widmer here from Most Valuable Podcast. Here to give you our, and before I get into the video, I got to tell them why I'm wearing this jersey, don't I, Brandon?
Probably.
I'm wearing a Tom Brady jersey. I'm not going to turn around, but there you can see the number 12 on the side of my arm. And if you're wondering, well, Ricky, I thought that was an Ole Miss jersey. What are you wearing a Tom Brady jersey for? Check out our onside kick from last week. Check out our NFL previews. I'm just going to say I'm a fucking idiot.
And we will all agree with that.
Never bet against Tom Brady. Never say that he's going to be shut out by a Rex Ryan defense.
I got to ask you, Ricky, honestly, like kind of just going offline for a minute.
Offline or off topic? Going off the grid? We going off the grid, Brandon?
Going back on the grid. What were you thinking? No one shuts out Tom Brady.
Okay, I was on the radio here in Chicago, WXAV 88.3 FM. Got to give them a shout out. And I was on Sean and Phil's show from the Fast Break podcast, and they were talking about the last time the Patriots got it shut out, and I was eager to be back on the radio, and I said, you know what? If there's anybody that could shut out the Patriots for the first time since 2006, it's Rex Ryan and these Bills. And Sean said, do you want to put your money where your mouth is? And I said, what do you mean? And he laid out the bet. That's why he's got a full head of hair and I'm wearing this jersey. But we're picking some college games in this video. I'm just going to imagine I'm wearing an Ole Miss jersey right now. Sorry, Alabama fans. But I wanted Navy Houston here. The group of five hater over here is the reason why we're not picking that game.
But level-headed minds won. Level-headed minds won.
Baylor, TCU, who you got?
I'm going to go with Baylor. TCU right now, they're just way too injury-plagued. I know that Baylor, Jared Stidham, he's highly doubtful.
Is Trevon Boykin not going to play this game
questionable.
Either?
Boykin maybe will play, maybe won't. I think he's kind of a 50-50 shot right now. TCU's just a really banged-up team. It's two banged-up teams right now, but I think Baylor is going to get the win.
I'm going to go with Baylor as well. I got a follow-up question for you, though.
Yeah.
How much defense do we see in this game? Because, you know, you love criticizing the Big 12 and their defense.
Well, they don't have any. So I think that we're probably going to see about a 45 to 41 ball game.
So a close game, but Baylor getting the win. How about a conference that plays a little bit more defense? How about we go Ohio State and the rough-shouting, mouth-a-flaring Ezekiel Elliott up against Jim Harbaugh and his Michigan Wolverines?
Well, you know, Ohio State was a team that, you know, for a really long time, no one was picking against them because they just continued to win.
Should have lost.
At the end of the day, Ohio State lost 17-14 to Michigan State in a kind of a rough way. You only lose by 3, but it was a rough way to lose by 3. Ezekiel Elliott clearly was unhappy, but I'm sure he's sharing the sentiments of everyone on that team. At the end of the day, Michigan wins. Simple as that.
I'm going to go with Michigan, not only because I've been saying Michigan's going to win for how many, like 5 weeks now? We have a 5-week count. I think ever since the mid-season preview, I've been saying Michigan is going to win this game. However, the one note I'm going to say is Buckeye fans, Ezekiel Elliott, if you're watching, because you know Zeke is a fan of Most Valuable Podcast, but don't be so angry. It could be worse. Should have lost to the Huskies of Northern Illinois. How much would that loss have hurt if it wasn't Michigan State? That loss would be worse. It'd be way worse because you would have lost to a MAC team, a group of 5 team, and this guy wouldn't respect you. Then we got the big game. The game where, Nick Saban kicks a field goal, doesn't go in, gets returned for a touchdown. Everyone in Alabama saying, fire his ass. Good thing they didn't fire him because they went on to the first college football playoff. But the Iron Bowl this weekend, Alabama, Auburn. I know you're picking the Crimson Tide.
Well, I better have something good to say about this game, only because this is the game that I fought to have in instead of Navy Houston. I think it's a good
Auburn's
team,
the only
couple
reason,
of teams to have
Auburn's
in there.
the only reason why I didn't want to have it in there, because they suck.
But here's the thing, is that Alabama, Auburn. We know what Alabama brings to the table, but do we know what Auburn brings to the table? We've seen flares of it this year. This has a lot of history around it. This could be an interesting, I didn't say good, an interesting game. I think Auburn keeps it close till halftime. Bama runs with it in the second half. Alabama with the win.
I'm going to go with the upset in this one. I'm going to say Auburn. The only reason why is because if Auburn's going to beat anybody and get up to play anybody this season, they're going to raise the roof against the Crimson Tide, especially with it being in Auburn this week. But we got another SEC matchup to talk about. We got the battle for Alabama on one side we just picked. How about the battle for Florida? Florida State, can they redeem their season by beating Florida? Yes, I said redeem your season by beating Florida.
I don't think Florida State's going to be able to do it. I think Florida, I said this in a video earlier, that Florida has been just really good this season. They haven't been at the very top, but they've never found themselves towards the bottom. They've always been the upper echelon. This Florida State team, they've really been kind of up and down, and I think that's why Florida's going to end up getting the win in this one.
I know I picked the upset in the last one. That was just me being Iron Bowl, anybody could win. I got to pick Florida in this one. The reason why I bring in the Iron Bowl before I made that pick was because if there's any team that can do what Ole Miss has done this season, and that's beat Alabama, it's Florida. If you can beat Alabama and have that talent, you should be able to beat Florida State the week before. I'm going to go with the Gators. Then we've got Notre Dame and Stanford, and I am going to go with the Stanford Cardinals with this one. I am going upset city because the Cardinals need some. They're going to the Pac-12 title game. They're going to be playing for all the marbles in their conference. They need a staple win, that one win to say, hey, if we win the Pac-12, we should be in the playoff discussion even with 2 losses. This is the game. I'm going to go upset here. Just anything can happen, going with the upset.
Well, we've seen a lot of different Stanford teams this season.
We've seen the one against USC, the one against Northwestern.
Yeah, we've seen just a really inconsistent team, but still, they find themselves at number 10 in our rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a Notre Dame team who has been consistent all season long. They have one loss to Clemson, lost by 2 points. But Notre Dame has showed at times, can they get it going? Will they have C.J. Prosise in this game? High ankle sprain? Maybe not. But there's enough confidence there that Notre Dame will come to play. They'll bring the house against Stanford a lot, get the win. Notre Dame will be a college playoff team.
And here's where we've got a special Thanksgiving treat for you guys. We're bringing all the extra goodings. We're giving a little extra stuffing.
The extra goodings.
Yeah, we've got some extra stuffing in this video. We got a bonus pick, a 6th pick. Big 12 matchup. Oklahoma State. I'm going Boomer Sooner, baby. Boomer Sooner.
Well, this is kind of an interesting matchup because Oklahoma State, these are 2 teams in the Big 12, 2 teams that are, they're Big 12 teams. They're supposed to, just put up a lot of points. We've seen Oklahoma State be able to put up a lot of points, 70 just a couple of weeks back.
That was against Texas Tech, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Oklahoma, good team. They can put up points. In this one, as much as I think that Oklahoma probably deserves not to be a college football playoff team, because that'd be silly.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but they deserve to be on the outside looking in. But Oklahoma State in this one, it's going to knock them off.
I like what me and you did with the last 2. You want Notre Dame to get in, so how do I do that? I pick them to win, and I have Oklahoma State win. I'd like Oklahoma to get in, so what do? Have Notre Dame lose so Oklahoma can win and get in. how about you tell everyone where they can follow us?
Well, folks, you can follow us at a lot of places. Sometimes Ricky goes to Jewel. Other times, sometimes I'll go to McDonald's.
Not what I'm talking about, Brandon.
But that's not. Well, sorry, folks. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow Ricky at Ricky Widmer. You can follow me at Young_Swan19. Please comment in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think about our picks. Let us know what you think about your own picks down below. Let us know who's going to win. Alabama, did they beat Auburn? Notre Dame, are they going to get the win against Stanford? It's going to be a big one. Oklahoma, did they get the win? All these big games, we've got a lot of good ones this weekend. We're really excited. We hope you are too. And thanks a lot for joining us. Ricky, sign us off.
Just don't follow me home.
And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.